Hello everyone and welcome! 2023 has begun, so what better way to start off the year than making a few cosmetic upgrades on one of my favorite ready-to-run releases of 2022, the Mashigan. As seen in our latest review video posted previously on this channel, this rig features some great detail at a great value. Link to that video is below in the description if you want to check it out. Today I want to do a few simple cosmetic mods that will help make this model one of a kind and better suited to my personal taste. I've already seen some incredible builds using this Mashigan, and as tempting as it would be to really tear into it and build something totally custom, there's only so many hours in a day and space on the workbench, so instead I'm just spending a little bit of time doing a few simple cosmetic upgrades. I had to talk myself out of doing a full-on Renegade replica, but maybe someday. Of course, the new year also means that the Ultimate Scale Truck Expo is just around the corner, and I'm looking forward to cruising this thing down the trails. I want this Jeep looking its best for that event, and the first thing I wanted to change were the wheels. While these wheels that the model comes with look alright, they aren't quite the look that I want, so I'll be designing and 3D printing a set modeled after some old school American racing gamblers. There's tons of wheels out there that look great on YJ Jeeps, but easily one of my favorites are these gamblers. I've always liked the look of these wheels, not only on the YJ but on certain other cars as well. It seems to a lot of people this 5-hole look, or whatever you want to call it, sort of went out of style years ago, but I think on the right car, these Gamblers or Champ 500 style wheels really look cool. I guess another benefit to choosing this wheel design is they're pretty simple overall and not very hard to model. Although my design does deviate just a bit from the real thing due to the need to have a big enough hole in the center for the wheel nut, as you'll see in just a bit, I don't think it hinders the overall appearance too much. While having some kind of center cap or cover in the center would be cool just like on the real thing, I feel like it would be sort of a pain to deal with in the context of a much smaller RC vehicle, so in this case I'd rather favor ease of maintenance and assembly over appearance. It didn't take me long before I had my first prototype, which I printed using an FDM printer. While the final parts will be SLA printed for a much smoother appearance, it's faster and less expensive to start with a FDM prototype and only move to printing in resin once I know the part will fit. As you can see, the SLA parts look much better. If you'd like to 3D print a set of your own, I have included the STL files on Patreon. The link is in the description below. If you don't have a printer, these wheels can also be ordered already 3D printed from Shapeways. Again, that link is below as well. I want these wheels to be reasonably strong, so I made them pretty thick. Being that a lot of resin parts tend to be a bit more brittle than other materials, I really wanted to make sure these wheels would be solid. Shapeways can print these wheels in much stronger materials as they have a wide selection of printers, but I'm pretty confident in these wheels holding up for the average hobbyist using resin or filament at home. Of course, time and testing will tell for sure. Just a splash of metallic aluminum paint and some detail work with a brush really makes these wheels pop. You've probably noticed by now that what I've printed isn't exactly a whole wheel. Instead of replacing the entire wheel that's on the truck now, what you can do is remove these screws from the back side of the stock wheel, then replace the stock front half of the wheel with this new design. This saves on material since the rest of the wheel and the stock tire is perfectly suitable for the kind of trail driving I'll be doing with this truck. All I want to change is the appearance. One slight modification I made during the design process was I made a minor adjustment to the wheel's offset, so these wheels will now stick out slightly further than before. Not a very noticeable difference, but I think the wheels look better just being pushed out slightly farther. With the new wheels installed, I can't really say more than I love how they turned out. A huge improvement to the overall look of the rig, in my opinion. In addition to the new shoes, I experimented a bit with some graphics on the hood. Of course, I've got the Wrangler script going down either side and some simple 80s lines inspired by the Islander graphics available on the real thing. Now these are just printed using a black and white laser printer onto some clear decal paper, so the quality isn't great. It would be nice to have these redone as like a vinyl cut decal or something similar to give a better finished look. I don't have any tools to make those kinds of decals, but maybe something I'll have made in the future. For now though, they look pretty good, and if nothing else, they're a good proof of concept as far as the size and fitment. I've got some more decals that will go down by the rocker panel, but before I put those on, I masked and painted the fenders and the running boards flat black. And with that done, I'm really happy with the finished result. I may go a bit further with some details in the future, but for now it's looking good, and it's certainly ready to hit the trails at USTE. I've still got a few more vehicles to get ready before that event, along with plenty more content on the way, so be sure to stay tuned for that. I'm going to wrap up today's video right here. As always, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.